I look like such a tramp. Oh,
Han, don't even say that when you're talking to me.
thank God this is not being videoed.
No way.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the Grad Fest podcast. My name is Alice, and I am the Artistic Director of the 2020 Grad Fest, and today I am joined by the producer and creator of the Grad Fest, Liam Gartland. Join us as we talk about what you can expect from the Grad Fest, and also have a bit of a chin wag.
Who would have known this would have been us?
Not bloody me.
I was actually saying that though, like I've said it to quite a few people now, like it's so weird because like the fact that we didn't know each other and I'd just gone, it was cause the whole reason that I asked you to do it was because when I'd obviously asked if you wanted to like direct a play that evening, like you'd sent me over the full PDF and I was like, this girl is good. And then I like watched you for a couple of days and just watched what you were doing. And I was like, I need her, get her on, get her on.
Because I hate disappointing people. Like, I'm that person who gets so annoyed when people aren't active. Like if somebody asks you to send something, send it. Some people see me as a leader and then some people absolutely don't. I'm one of those, like, it's one of the other things, I think. And at Arts Ed anyway, like, I don't think there's been loads of moments to showcase leadership roles unless it's dance captain or singing captain.
Yeah. See, like my year knew that this, like I would do something like this because I'm so they used to call me like the agent of the year because I'd like send castings into the chat being like, here's a casting guy.
Oh my God.
I was such a little weirdo, but
Well, it's not weird though. You care. You
but it's
care.
because that's the thing. It's because I care, I think, and I'm just like,
You're thinking about everyone and you're not just focused on yourself.
yeah, I think that's the thing, and then you obviously reap the benefits of it, like later on. But yeah,
You get that good reputation.
reputation. Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I've always wanted to direct. My teacher at secondary school was literally, she pulled me to one side one day in a lesson, and she was like, "So I haven't actually spoken to you. Like, what do you want to do?" And I was like, I think I'm going to audition for acting." And she was like, "No." And I was just like, "Why?" And she was like, "You should direct." And I was like, "Okay, thank you, thanks. Yeah, I like directing. That's great. Thank you for the compliment, but also not yet." And she was like, "No, you should do drama and then do a master's in directing." And I was like, "No."
no.
Yeah, she just kept telling me no, and then I got into
But
art.
that's the thing, like no, there's no like clear path to do anything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, you've done a musical theatre course, so you can't direct. Oh, so why should I just start speaking and then
Yeah, I
and
mean, I
then
don't know.
you can crop it? What did you do with everyone else? Just crop?
Yeah, I edit it all.
All right, all right.
I can make you sound better.
Well, it started off, the initial idea was from me reading the Stage newspaper, and I was reading the article about Edinburgh Fringe, and I went last year for the first time. It was the best like place I'd been to for theatre, I think. And like I'd obviously like been to see, you know, fringe stuff at like the Hope Mill in Manchester and the Southwark and things like that. But Edinburgh is just a completely different vibe.
Yeah.
And you see so many new artists and up and coming people and people who are, you know, who haven't even graduated yet and things like that. And then I was like, graduates and a fringe festival, that kind of works.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a little think about it and I was thinking of how I could do it, what on earth I could do to create this platform. I basically put a little tweet out on Twitter being like, why has no one thought of this? Like, wouldn't this be so cool? And then my acting teacher from GSA, Richard Neal, he messaged me on Twitter privately and was like, take it down. do not let anyone steal this idea. This is yours. And he was like, believe in yourself and go and do it, because it's going to be something good if you make it good. So without him being like, just do it, I wouldn't have had the kind of courage and confidence to just get it done. So obviously then I had to think, right, okay, well, you know, this is like, needs to be something established. So the only way I can get it established is by seeing if I can get people from the industry on board with me. So I then asked, you know, a couple of people who I already knew if they wanted to do like a Q&A. So I asked them, I waited a couple of days, and they kind of all responded saying, yeah, great idea, I'm on board. So as soon as I got the all clear from a couple of people, I was like, right, okay, here goes. So I'd created a little logo, and I kind of got a little like notes on my iPhone with like how I thought what I could put into it. But again, I just thought it would have been, you know, a couple of people from GSA, maybe a couple of people I knew from Arts Ed or Mount View or whatever, kind of just coming together and having a bit of fun. And then on a Sunday, I did like a little Instagram live video when it kind of launched.
Oh, I remember that little video.
And by that point, I'd already got like 500 followers, and I was like, what? This is crazy. Yeah. And then I did the Instagram live, and then that's when people started contacting me from like platforms for kind of events and stuff. And then obviously I thought I was doing 4 plays, so I just put a little thing out saying, has anyone got any plays they'd like to see? And then you, my darling, responded, and I kind of just was like, all right, okay, you know, you were the first response that I got, and I just started chatting, and we literally just got chatting, didn't we, about it? And that evening you'd sent me over the full PDF file, and you know, and you told me like what was going to happen, and that from that moment I was like, right, this woman's proactive. She's great. She's great.
I love that you called me a woman.
Yeah, a woman.
Oh.
Yeah, I just think like then all of a sudden it started to evolve, and I started to then put out, well, before I put out applications, I'd obviously asked a couple of my friends before that to be like, would you want to do a class or would you want to do a cabaret kind of thing? So I knew that I had a group of people who would be involved in it. And I obviously have to thank them people, because without them giving me that confidence to be like, yeah, I've got you on board, it got to like a week in, and I sat at home and I thought, right, I cannot, like, my emails were flooding, and you know, things started to pick up, and like I couldn't actually handle the whole thing on my own, because you know, by this point I started to get a lot of messages about how we get involved. So that's when I then asked you to kind of get on board with me.
I'm glad you did, because I didn't, you know, if this was going to be done properly, you've got to do it properly. And then even it got to the point where I was bombarded with not bombarded, that makes it sound like it was a bad thing, but inundated with emails.
Don't you? Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't know how he would have done this by himself. Thank God I'm literally here like, hi, yes, we got your email, I'll reply to you.
Yeah, and like, you know, and that, I think that first bit of sending out them play readings when we thought we were putting on 4 plays, and obviously my initial thought, like, this is a platform where I think we're not there to decline anybody. Everyone who volunteers is involved in it some way or another, and I'm trying my absolute hardest. And even when people message me a couple of days before the festival starts, I'm trying my absolute hardest to get them involved in whatever way. Even now I've got a little reserve list of like, if someone drops out, or you know, if someone can't do it, you're straight in. And I think because that was our, like, you know, that was our kind of what would you call it, like that was our
Goal?
Yeah, kind of like our goal was to showcase every single person who applied. Like our motto, our vision, I don't know. Because I didn't want to do that, and you know, and you were on board with me in that situation, we did end up having, you know, over 100 applications for these play readings. And you know, I was just saying to you, well, we'll just put on another play, we'll just get somebody else. And we were reaching out like nobody's business, do you know what I mean? And we're putting out tweets, and we reopened things so that we could try and get more people on board. And we made sure that we did everything we possibly could in our power to make sure every single graduate knew about this. You know, we've got people from the Arden in Manchester involved. You know, we don't know them people, and now all of a sudden it's amazing to see rehearsals happening and how people have just gelled all of a sudden.
It's like seeing this TIFO, like we've known them all along.
Yeah.
And we really haven't.
No, it's like we have known them Even just the directors, like when we get on that directors call, like that we've been having, it's like I've just known these people, and it is so weird because we've all just collaborated together, and it is just amazing now to see the work and the standard of work that's being produced. Like you know, I started off saying these were play readings, and I wouldn't say they're play readings anymore. They're more than that, and it's because of the amount of time the directors have invested and the actors have invested, and you know, we're now live streaming them on YouTube, and you know, like the cabarets as well and the classes, like people are working hard to show people what they can do. It is just amazing that something that we thought, you know, was going to have a couple of people involved and is now so big, but it's so great that we've created something that, you know, hopefully we can keep progressing with and creating a bigger platform and something that graduates can get exposure to every year, because I think that's the most important thing is, as a graduate, how do you get that first, you know, that first performance out of drama school?
Yeah. And I think as well with the classes and stuff, it's giving people a good reputation. They'll see what they can do, give them a follow. Oh, let's have another live class and another, and they are then able to create their own little following. You know, it goes beyond just performing, which is so lovely. And same with directors. These are people, a lot of them haven't directed before, and now they've got the bug and they want more, and it's saying to the industry, yes, I've got a degree in acting, I've got a degree in performing, but look what else I can do.
It is, how do you get that first, as a graduate, you know, some people have that urge to want to direct something, but how do you go into an industry and go, listen, I have got a skill, and now they've got video evidence of something that, yeah, it's on an online platform and it's virtual, but something that they have put together themselves and worked on. And people doing cabarets, you wouldn't just go live on your own Instagram to do a little cabaret. Do you know what I mean? Like that, you wouldn't have the confidence, and you wouldn't have the, like,
it's giving it a formality.
Yeah, and because now there's this platform, people will go away from this and want to upload more singing videos or want to do their own live classes, because, you know, as somebody who may choreograph or do a fitness class, it's very hard to just go, I'm doing a fitness class in this venue, or I'm doing a class at Pineapple, because you've got to make sure that people are coming and people know about you. I think it's important to give graduates that first push to be like, go and use it and go and spread the word. And now we all know each other. There's going to be so much more, there's going to be much more of collaboration between people, because people will be, you know, they've worked with people now before. So if people want to do something again, like a fringe thing, or put on their own cabaret, they know people who have done it now from drama schools they've never been to.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love it. I'm so happy. Like, up until now, there was none of this. I think, honestly, the closest I felt to being united was when the boys on the acting course at Arts Ed created the inter-schools football tournament for charity. Yeah. And that was such a fantastic day. And I was so gutted when I couldn't go to the second one. It's when I was in first year. And we were talking, getting to meet each other, and again, it was just like a purposeful event, and everyone came together. It was all for charity, and that was it. Everyone left it saying, why don't we do this more? Let's just sum up the plays. What are we doing with these plays? We're doing some plays,
do you want to sum up the plays, because that's kind of your, like, you know, that
baby.
Yeah, that's your baby. That is your baby.
So, well, you contacted me, and originally, like we said, we were going to do 4 plays, and that quickly became 10. All I wanted was just for anyone who wanted to direct, to, you know, if they had a text in mind, do what the play text that they want to do, or I found a few that catered well to a certain size cast, and I offered options to directors or people who mentioned they were interested in directing, and I went, here's some plays, you pick which ones, do what you want with them. I don't mind, make it as elaborate as you want, or just have them sit and read it. Like I said, whatever you want to do, it's your little project. And people would keep questions like, am I allowed to do this? And I was like,
it's yours, do it.
I don't care what you do. I'm saying it in the nicest way.
But I think that's the joy, though. That's the joy of us doing an online virtual festival that is free. Mm-hmm. Is that you can do whatever you want. You know, if you want to go and dress up in your kitchen, go and dress up in your kitchen.
Exactly. And it's giving people the opportunity to direct who wouldn't usually. So I was talking to Georgia Stinton the other day, and she was saying how it's an opportunity she's never had. And Bethany Holdsworth, she was saying how at PPA they rarely get the opportunity to study acting and theatre. So here's me going, just do what you want, because it's something I want to do.
And I even think it's wonderful that we've got 2 pieces of brand new
I know,
writing.
I'm so thrilled.
And that, I think that's my aim as well, is that when we continue, we start to discover new things because I think, I don't know, as an ethos, we're kind of like, let's get new people doing new things, and let's expose isn't the right word, but let's put people out there and put people's work out there and show people what they can do that maybe they've not been seen to do.
So if you've got new writing, send us it, please.
Yeah, if you're listening and you've got any writing,
please
pop it over.
So yeah, I'm thrilled. Amy Nick has written her own sketches, all based around Zoom and life on Zoom, and they are so funny. And I'm featuring, got a little cameo, and it's a lot of fun. It's so fun. Aoife Beaumont has written her own play called Horses in Horse Boxes, and it's very, very good. It's tackling subjects, again, that people don't realise is as common as we think. And I'll leave it at that because I don't want to spoil anything. You'll just have to watch them. And to make things better, they're both really lovely girls and so enthusiastic, and they care so much about their work and having other people perform their work, and it's so nice to see. They're fantastic.
I think it is so nice as well that I now know 2 people who've written their own things. Because I was going through GSA and I'd not really known anybody in my year group who had written something, or, you know, and there may be, but they just might not have kind of put it out there yet or whatever. So, you know, you don't kind of do it, and it would be nice to actually watch somebody who's written their own thing.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I feel like a proud mum all the bloody time.
You're like a proud mum.
I am. I want to hug them all. Can't wait until I can hug them all.
So we can have a big meet up and
get drunk. Let's talk about the cabarets, live cabarets, including our Black Lives Matter cabaret.
So our live cabarets are nice little events that happen throughout the day. They start from about 2:00, but it's just a chance for people to sing their own 4 songs, really, and showcase themselves on a platform that they might not have been able to do before, which I think is important. And then on Thursday the 9th at 7:00, we have our Black Lives Matter cabaret, which is going to be fabulous and is hosted by the wonderful Danielle Fiamania, and did The Colour Purple at Leicester Curve and is now Cover Juliet in Anne Juliet. Throughout the whole festival, we're raising money for Black Lives Matter and Industry Minds, which I think is fabulous. And this event hopefully will be able to create more donations, and people will carry on donating as well.
And then what platform are they all on? The cabarets are on Instagram Live, yes?
Yeah, Instagram Live, and then the Black Lives Matter cabaret is on the Zoom webinar feature. So we will live stream it to YouTube as well, like we're doing with all the plays, which will be fun.
Yeah.
It'll be so fun.
How can people donate?
So throughout the festival, the link will be in the bio of all our social media. And then every time we send out an email, we're sending out the link to the Just Giving page, which we have already raised, before the festival's even started, £107 for, which is amazing. To keep donating, because the more money we get, the more money we can give to charity. And
exactly.
You know, I think
everything is going to charity, isn't it? Everything we raise
is going to charity, and obviously we're trying to find more things we can do to keep fundraising. So yeah,
we're suggesting a donation of £2 per performance, live rehearsed reading, because we're doing free tickets, or it's all free. But if imagine you're at a museum and you walk in, there's a little box saying suggested donation £5, keep us open, keep us running. So we're doing a suggested donation of £2 per person who watches our live streams. If you want to donate more, please feel free. But we understand as performers, money isn't readily available for everyone. So if you can't donate, we understand.
I don't fine, yeah.
As an alternative, if you could share the link, donate your time by sharing the links, or researching, learning about Black Lives Matter, having a read of the Industry Minds website, that would be amazing. And we would be forever grateful for that as well. Time is often as precious as money sometimes. So.
Yep. Have we spoke about everything?
I think we have.
Have we done our live dance and fitness classes? I feel like I've spoke about them at some point in the podcast.
We have spoken about those,
Yeah.
And the classes are advertised on Twitter and Instagram. The times are all there, and they are accessible to be watched by everyone. You don't have to be a grad.
The evening before each of our scheduled day, we'll send out a schedule for the next day with all the events included. So if you sign up to our mailing list, the link is in our Twitter and Instagram bio, or you can direct message us for that link. It's on tweets as well. But yeah, that basically just means you will see all the announcements that are happening, how to access events, basically the whole works really.
Mm. And if you want to get involved in future projects, or you want us to know who you are, we have a database of everyone's details who has contacted us. So when we do produce future projects, even if you're not involved this time around, we've got your details. So if we think you'd be ideal for a project, or if it's an open project where we're accepting applications from everyone, we will let you know about them.
And that will also come through our mailing list as well. So any future projects that we do, we'll send through our mailing list to everyone who's on there. And it may be, you might not be a graduate yet, but in 2 years' time, you might need to be on that mailing list.
Yeah, baby.
Why not get yourself on now?
Listen, third year flies. It flies. Especially when you get half of it taken away.
Yeah.
But, no.
Right.
Well, yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah,
I'm just so excited.
We are so excited.
I'm going to have to do my hair, though. And put a bra on. Oh, I could actually, if I keep the camera just to my head, I might get away without a bra.
If you just angle it well enough.
Yeah, like,
we hope you enjoy the festival, and we hope you see as many events as possible. The festival is running from Monday the 29th of June to the 12th of July, and there'll be a full schedule posted around, and there's lots of different things coming up on our social medias. But yeah, we hope you enjoy it, and keep tuned for anything else that happens after the festival is finished.
Because trust, we ain't stopping here.
Because we have ideas every day.
Ooh. Have a lovely rest of your day, Liam.
Thank you.
And I'm going to go do some work for this little grad fest we're doing.
You go and do some work, babes.
Yeah, bye.
I will let you go and have a lovely day.
You too, my love.
And I mean, I'll probably end up, messaging you in about 10 minutes. I'll see you later.
See you later, my darling.
See you later, babes.
Bye.
Bye.